48 straight games. That's impressive.
Right.
That may be the most impressive of all.
With the amount of touches.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, yet, I'm just going to give you, I'm speaking my heart right now. If you told me, push comes to shove, going into next year, you can have Zeke or you can have this kid, I'm still taking Zeke. And again, I'm a Cowboy fan, and I have been a Zeke fan. I've had my doubts about his year last year, but Zeke's got some magic to him where I know he can take over a game and impose his will on a defense in ways Christian McCaffrey can't, because he's just not big and physical enough. He's still impressed me, but he cannot establish the run between the tackles the way Zeke is still capable of doing. I didn't see it consistently last year, but my point is, I think he's a great kid. We had him on at the Super Bowl, as you recall, and he was a lot of fun to be around. He's incredibly entertaining and obviously very comfortable with himself, comfortable in his own skin, and he's growing on me as a player and as a young man, as a leader of their franchise. And boy, they stepped up and said, you are it for us. We're going to pay you like you are our #1 building, but you are our cornerstone.
Well, he's the face of the franchise because guess what happened, Skip? There is no more Cam Newton, and Luke Kuechly retired. So he's the undeniable face of the franchise.
Okay. Now, to the point you made, and I will speak from the white perspective, I will be the first to admit I might have a little bit of white unbias, if you will, or it's definitely anti-bias, because I still look at him and I say, this can't be happening. I'm sorry, because you brought up John Riggins. I have to go to John Riggins to go back to 1982. That's 28 years ago.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, 38 years ago.
Yeah.
38 years ago. Sorry, 38 years ago. To find a year in which I said a white running back is the best back in football, because John Riggins took over the league that year. Remember, it was a strike shortened year. But he took it over down the stretch, and in the Super Bowl, he carried 38 times for 166 yards. And remember, he broke the game over with a 43-yarder in the fourth quarter against the Miami Dolphins. And I said, Riggo is it.
Right.
But remember, Riggo went 225, 230.
Correct.
And he was a high school 100, that is back in the 100-yard dash days.
Yeah.
But he twice won, that was in Kansas, but he won the 100-yard dash in his state twice as a junior and senior in high school. Okay, my point is, he could run a little bit, okay? Well, this kid, obviously, he's got genes back to a grandfather who was a
sprinter. I think he ran in the Olympics or something.
Yes, he did. So, again, is there a little bit of bias on my part? Yeah, because Peyton Hillis became a joke because he went from Madden cover to bust. But it was off 1 year in 2010 when he had 1,100 yards.
Right.
And he was a late 7th round pick, and he sort of came out of nowhere, and he was like, you know, where you looked at him and it was just a rarity.
And Skip, Peyton Hillis was more Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
Remember Allstott from Tampa?
Yeah.
He wasn't like this kid. This kid's a little elusive. This kid got home run ability.
He's got home run ability. He's not blazing fast, but he's pretty